Welcome back to my official podcast. This is Gaurav, and the match has just finished, and New Zealand has managed to beat England. And obviously, New Zealand has reached the final of the T20 World Cup, and looks like we will not call it revenge, but looks like New Zealand has definitely taken a revenge of the 2019 World Cup final, isn't it? And England are knocked out in this knockout match, and I think New Zealand has just won this game by 5 wickets. So we will have a definitely discussion of the today's match with none other than Saurabh sir. Saurabh sir, welcome back to the show, sir.
Welcome everyone. Good evening, everyone. It was a wonderful match actually, and I'm not very surprised by New Zealand winning this because, to be frank, all the teams batting second has always had that advantage, and somehow England bowling looked a little bit thin, especially with means. Frankly, Livingstone bowled so well, but one of the main spinners actually did not bowl well, and Morgan did not give a single over to Moeen Ali. So overall, I think it was a fantastic match. Though towards the end, it became too easy. Means they won by 8 wickets with I think they won by 5 wickets with 1 over to spare. So it was quite a easy victory for New Zealand at the end.
And at the one point of time, it looked like the match will go to the last ball, isn't it? Once Chris Jordan was about to bowl 17th over, if I'm not wrong, 16th or 17th over,
17th
and it
over.
looked like the match will go to the last ball, but Chris Jordan bowled a very expensive over. I think he gave away 23 runs in that over, and Jimmy Neesham and Daryl Mitchell all batted really well, and that partnership, I think that cameo innings pushed the New Zealand to be in the final, isn't it?
Of course, and see, you need to understand why Mumbai Indians invested on Jimmy Neesham. See, these are the reasons because he plays these kind of cameos. So this is the advantage of having this kind of finisher. India also had one, but he somehow has lost all his mojo, Hardik Pandya. But these are the kind of people who actually wins you matches. Right through the match, we could see that New Zealand was actually behind England. Means the asking run rate was actually going up. But what they had was that they had their opener batting right through the end. If you see, Daryl Mitchell ended at 72 not out. And there was a time when he was going at, I think he was 25 of 27 balls or something like that. So, or 27 of 30 balls. So he went very slow. Even Devon Conway was not going at a very high rate, other than towards the end. But what they ensured that they had wickets till the end. So that's the key. Means you have to decide like I want to play like England or I will play like New Zealand. There is no in between thing. Like England goes all bang, bang, bang at the top, whereas New Zealand plays a very conservative bit of cricket and plays according to the situation.
And it's not obviously England are not too good confident side when they defend some runs, isn't it? They are a very confident side while they are chasing, isn't it?
Yeah, that is one of the advantages that you have, right? And I think you have to give to New Zealand. I always feel that New Zealand means India in the other group, I would have been much more confident than having New Zealand in this group. So, see, they ended up going to the finals. So they have made this habit, right? Everywhere they reach the finals. Previously, there was a time when we were kids. We used to see by default New Zealand used to reach the semi-finals and get out. But now the situation has come that New Zealand is always reaching the finals. 2015 World Cup, 2019 World Cup, World Test Championship, now the T20 World Cup. So I don't know. I think this is New Zealand's first T20 World Cup final, right? I don't think they have reached finals of a T20 World Cup ever.
No, no, not at all. They haven't reached the
So
final.
yeah, people discounts New Zealand a lot. I can understand it's a very small nation. They don't have so much of population. But people were talking of Ian Morgan becoming the first captain to win a 50 over World Cup and a T20 World Cup together. Now you will end up getting Kane Williamson as the first captain winning WTC and World T20. So, and it looks like a reality, let me tell you. New Zealand will be a very tough team to beat, be it Pakistan or Australia.
Okay, did England miss Jason Roy very badly?
I don't think so. See, at the
The bowler let them down, or the bowlers let them down today.
yeah, definitely. I think see, Jordan was their main bowler, their gun bowler at the end. I think one of the big mistakes I think was that Chris Oakes was not bowled another over because Chris Oakes towards the death is a little bit of a problem like we have with Mohammad Sami. So Chris Oakes is not a very good death bowler. So keeping one over there, and what happened was because they were bowling Livingstone, they could not bowl in Rashid. So Rashid also had to bowl towards one over on the 18th over. So it went a little topsy turvy. They were very dependent on Jordan towards the end. I think the Jordan over turned out to be a completely the game changer moment by giving away 22 runs.
I think it. I think England bowling combination. If you see the England bowling combination, there were a lot of spinner in their team, and that made a very difficult once you have to bowl last 4 or 5 overs in that death, especially. And obviously you have seen that Chris Woakes is the only bowler who looked brilliant in today's match. Otherwise, Chris Jordan was had a very off day, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you need to understand that England uses Moeen Ali at the top of the order, means in the power plays. But because there were right-handed batsmen, so they could not start with Moeen Ali, and they do not have a left-arm bowler. So this is the advantage, right? If you have an off spinner and a left-arm spinner, so they did not have an advantage. They had to bowl the fast bowlers, and that meant that towards the end they had a lot of spinners. Means, frankly speaking, Morgan is very lucky that Liam Livingstone bowled so well. But ideally, Livingstone is supposed to be the weakest link. But unfortunately, Jordan ended up not bowling well. So Jordan is that kind of a bowler. Finally, he's not a very world-class bowler. There will be days when he'll go off, and today was one such day.
And more often than not, he always has been expensive kind of a bowler in the T20 format. Chris Jordan, whether he plays in the IPL or other, it's like बहुत ही रेयर केस में होता है जब वो बहुत अच्छी गेंदबाजी करते हैं डेथ ओवर में कभी भी तो देखते हैं अब आगे क्या होता है आगे अगर मैच के बारे में और थोड़ा सा डिस्कशन करें तो और न्यूजीलैंड के लिए और क्या क्या अच्छा हो सकता था आगे जाके डेवन कॉन्वे ने भी ठीक ठाक इनिंग खेली बीच में मिडिल ऑर्डर में लेकिन Daryl Mitchell has been the standout player in this T20 World Cup for the New Zealand, isn't it?
Yeah, and he has, I think, uh, previously also he has played some great knocks for New Zealand, but always it has happened when they're playing in New Zealand. But outside New Zealand, he has not been performing that big. So today he has performed to the limit. And somewhere down the line, see, you have that there are strange ways of bringing things together. Like you had Trent Bolt missing a catch, which turned into a six in the World Cup final. Today, it happened in the other way with England. So, cricket is this kind of a game, right? So, England won in 2019, New Zealand won here in 2021. So, it was a very close marginal game because I think Chris Jordan, there was one catch that Chris Jordan tried very hard. It turned into a six. This Bairstow catch turned into a six. So, both of those could have been, one could have been out and another could have been only 1 or 2 runs. So, that's a 10-run difference and 1 wicket down. So it's a big ifs and buts kind of a game. Congratulations to New Zealand that they were able to reach the finals.
So obviously, let's move to our next segment called hit and miss. So who was, according to you, was hit? Obviously, I don't think you would take another none other name than Jimmy Neesham. And who was, according to you, was miss in today's match?
Yeah, I think I have to give it to two names because it's not only Jimmy Neesham, Daryl Mitchell as well. Because when Jimmy Neesham got out, till there was a chance for England to come back. But Daryl Mitchell didn't let it happen. He hit those two sixes and he nailed that match. So it is Daryl Mitchell as well as Jimmy Neesham. And as far as the flop is concerned, there are again two. That is Adil Rashid and Chris Jordan.
Chris Jordan. Who is winning tomorrow, sir?
Pakistan versus Australia. See, today only I had tweeted that I expected it to be a New Zealand versus Australia final. So I am
Yeah.
still thinking it will be New Zealand versus Australia.
New Zealand versus. Okay, I think we are done for today. Thank you, Saurabh sir. It was a pleasure talking to you. Hope we will meet tomorrow. Let's see whose prediction gonna be right. I am also seeing Australia New Zealand final. Till then, bye guys. Do like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Till then, we will meet tomorrow. Thank you guys. Thank you, Saurabh sir.
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Good night, everyone.